Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. Last time, we made it to Ash for like 2 minutes. Yes. Clive and Jill shared one tender night on the blight-stricken shores of Ash. She gave me her Shiva, and I gave her something else which we can't talk about on YouTube. But unfortunately, things weren't quite as well right beforehand. Odin has proved once again that he is the biggest, baddest in the land. Holy crap. He literally cleaved the ocean in two, and it stayed that way for a significant amount of time. So we're back here, licking our wounds. At least we have Jill back. I can, poke my nose at the wall of memories to see all the random things I picked up. The Guardian's Scarf, Sid's Goblet, Continental Sensor. There's still a lot of spots on that thing that need filling out. Speaking of filling out, how's the paperwork coming? Oh, we have a new mission. A healer's place. Oh, Tarja. Thank you for helping me guide my mentor free from his mortal coil. Contrary to what the maddening crowd believes, we physicers are not without our limits. I cannot hope to cure every ill, mend every wound, save every life. The only medicine that will see you home safe without fail is prevention. Not that this knowledge will ever stop any of you from chasing down some behemoth for its toenails. Speaking of, this mission will probably be about killing a behemoth for its toenails. Captain Doris. Sir, I and the other Cursebreakers have grown concerned regarding the well-being of our captain. Despite the apparent unrest her recent investigations have visited upon her, Lady Doris refused all offers of assistance. If it's not too much trouble, I would ask that you please speak with the captain and learn what troubles her so deeply. Yes.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me. But I can speak to her at least.
Yeah. I suspect today will be a lot of side quests. Alright, I still got 2 more I've got to pick up. I've got one here. Even weirder science. I'm guessing this is going to increase my potion capacity yet again. And we've got another Blacksmith Blues. Seriously, man. Blackthorn, we just got you over your last funk, and now you're in another one? This thing better be for the ultimate weapon, I swear. I didn't even get a chance to go look at the other side quest. I'm immediately into cutscene.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
Look for Doris.
Looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information.
Which was?
Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
Oh.
The Slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen.
This is personal for Doris.
She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
Same.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Yeah, it's clear something's going on. All right, August. Let's see what another Blacksmith Blues is worth.
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that.
Now what?
Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
Ah.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick.
Okay, this is
Already
serious.
sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. Something ain't done soon. The old place will be overrun.
Okay, that is definitely worth my time.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
I'll be over there not too much longer as soon as I pick up the last side story in here. All right, let's see what else you got for me, my man.
Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me.
A mo?
You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left.
It's gonna be worse, isn't
I'm
it?
working on bringing another one of the chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make it out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff.
Of course we do.
I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
Fine.
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
Oh.
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace.
Smart.
We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
Of course they are.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
Pretty much.
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind. And we know exactly where they are.
Hopefully all in the same place.
There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
Seriously, 3 different
I'll
locales?
be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
This one's gonna be irritating. Fine. Actually, I should grab the main story while it's still here. Maybe I'll have the crew back in the party, because right now the only one in the party is Torgal. It'd be nice to have Jill and Josh back with me. I mean, I can't expect Gav and Lord Byron to be around, but I'll take at least Joshua and Jill, even if it means I gotta delay doing these side quests a wee bit.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas.
Damn.
I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken.
But not
It's
inaccurate.
I have never felt so powerless, and when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps... perhaps the prince feels the same.
Oh, did he come back? I'll say, last we saw Dion, he was wandering around the ruins of Twinside. Speaking of, it looks like we're back where we are. The Nameless Slum. Nothing really interesting there. Yeah, God dang it, dude. Stubborn son of a bitch. Just like Blackthorn. Not as smart, though. Dude, stay in bed. Good lord, you need to heal. The little medicine girl probably just dragged his ass into the bed and bandaged him up.
What is this place?
Your new home for the time. It lost a little medicine girl!
Don't move.
I am amazed at how important that little girl has been to this storyline. It's just like the little ancillary character that keeps popping up everywhere.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
Ah. Whatever happened to Dion's lover? Did he stay behind, or was he part of the rebellion? Lost in thought.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
I see. That is an unpleasant amount of lanterns. So what's the plan now, Prince Dion?
Fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima?
Indirectly?
No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there.
So what's the plan, Dion? Restart the Empire?
We're going then.
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
It's like, visit? I'm gonna come back and make you my new royal physiker. I guess it would be Imperial Physiker, because they are an empire and not a royal family. That is not a normal wind.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Huh. Well, that was an odd little aside.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
Eventually,
I see
yes.
no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
Well, not yet. I got a lot of side quests to do first.
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Such is life. Oh! God dang it, I got a new letter. I was just over there, and now I got a brand new letter. Oh, well.
I still say it were a compliment.
Clive, I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
That'd be
If
nice.
it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Crud.
And tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All
Goodness.
right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
Sorry, I didn't want to talk there. I was afraid if I did, she'd cut her lecture off on me.
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
I was hoping for a better one,
think
but
you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
In the ale hall, huh? Oh, just picked up another quest? Ah, yeah. Phoenix, heal thyself. Alright, well, I think we've officially picked up enough main story. Oh my god. What have I done? They're everywhere! Oh my god! They're everywhere! Oh my goodness! Oh, this is gonna be a thing. I apologize. The side quests, they've multiplied. Oh no! Alright, this should be the spot. And I'm guessing those are the fallen echoes I have to deal with. Yep.
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
That's fine. This guy shouldn't be a problem. And in the meantime, I can show off my new Shiva powers. And I did a good job. But this is the ability that's legit bonkers. The ability to ice people. Like that. Like this ability is stupidly good. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Unfortunately, I am sitting here taking way more damage than I really should. Come here.
Too slow.
As if I can't get an instant dodge. Ugh, yeah, that's circle attack. The dodge window for the cold snap is definitely tighter than the normal dodge, but it's so worth it. And then we just unleash the hell. Look at that damage. And then diamond dust. Well, that's not bad, 56k.
Over here. Nice try.
That was a little close for my liking. Whew. And that's got a fast cooldown.
Now to find this spherical echo.
That is actually... Ah, there you are. Come here. Oh, Clive, don't jump. The fact that there's only one of these in each area.
Right then. Just two more to find.
Just two more to find, he says, when I'm still sitting here having to deal with more side quests popping up.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
She should be. Any luck. Doris. Where are you, Doris?
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
There you are.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You.
I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrec. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
So where is that then? The Baum Arches? Oh, that's way down here. Okay. Figures, I was just down there. And since I am here, and because we are going to be doing all of these, because I am that kind of masochist when it comes to 16, we're going to do all the side quests. Martha, what's going on now? Good lord.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you.
What's up?
I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool.
Oh.
Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Fine.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Yeah. No thanks.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And Chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They
Even the
exactly
birds.
Succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
I don't know if Wade knows which end of the hoe he's supposed to use. Alright, I'm not gonna mark this as a priority for right now, just because I'm afraid it'll bump off something. Because yeah, you can only have 3 active quests at a time, well, showing on the main list. Which, minor irritation, but that's the way this goes. Alright, this should be the spot I'm supposed to meet up with Doris and deal with these frickin' Imperials.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
Well, I'm sure we'll get
We've
her
waited
story
long
afterwards.
She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company.
Oh.
Kill him.
Clive is not the stealthiest.
You're welcome to try.
Yes, you are. Especially considering I'm gonna give you all a little taste of the diamond dust. Oh, there's a caster on board. Where you at, buddy? Oh no. Come here! You know better! You know better! You really should know better, I'll be honest, my man. God dang Imperials! Where's the guy with the shields? He's like, no, stop! Oh, I want to hit the ground sometime today. Never, never. Oh wow, Diamond Dust is already back up.
You're finished.
Man, that for an ult, that's actually got a pretty short restart time. That wasn't too bad. And I'm about to hit 200k in the gill. All right, lady, talk.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Uh-oh, she knows who we are.
Sid.
Time to die.
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Says the slave trader.
Than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
Oof.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger?
Oh.
Care to swear that blade to me again?
Hey, you're about to earn that blade the hard way.
Swear my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
You're just gonna let her walk away? Seriously?
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though.
Oh.
Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
Mm-hmm.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
I'll get there eventually. Got too many other things to do. Or you could take me here yourself with a sometime later. Fine.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak.
Oh.
Went quietly, or so we're told. She won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
I'm glad Doris has gotten over her past. I see why all the next renown rewards are so high. Holy cow, there are so many side quests. Speaking of, let's get back to it and go see what Wade's up to. There you are, Wade.
Ah, Lord Rosfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
Yep. Some Gishel green seeds. Here you go. I completely guessed what those were going to be, if they were seeds or seedlings.
These are Gizal green seeds.
I'm sorry, Gizal greens. I'm going to keep calling them Gishel
apron
greens, I
strings
know
then,
it.
is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
You know, at least until the wheat's up and growing again.
These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
Akashic, I'm sure.
It's closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
All of them?
I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
I'm here. I'm all the reinforcements you need.
The Horde.
Akashic, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
I meant me, you idiot.
You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians, what help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
Look at Wade growing into a little leader.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared.
Wow.
And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for.
Oh, Martha!
Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves?
Or will you fight like free men and women?
Anyone else being reminded of, God, I can't remember her name. Elizabeth Swann's speech in the third Pirates movie.
What are you doing? All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
There we
We
go.
all will. Free men and women, fighting together.
See, Wade, that's how you give an inspirational speech.
For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Don't worry, you'll pick up the knack eventually.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
No problem there.
Gladly.
All right, time to face down this horde.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rosfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
And right on time.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Take down a horde of Akashic? Sounds fun to me.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Just keep everyone clear. Friendly fire is a pain. Well, thankfully, it's not something we really have to deal with as a game mechanic in this. That would suck.
Calm before the storm.
Oh. And the calm's over. That is a lot of critters.
Here it comes.
Hello. And goodbye.
That's another!
It's rude keeping it pinned in that while I've got the willow-likes going. Uh-oh.
Attack! All yours, Chocobos!
Oh, that's dirty.
It's over.
That took out quite a few.
Toggle, kill!
Get her down here. There we go. Wave 3.
There's more!
Ah, there. Oh, Chocobos. Those aren't Chocobos, those are raptors.
Bahamut! There's more!
Huh. Really, I was expecting a big one to show up, but it was all small fry. And I gotta say, I'm not really sad about the Shiva abilities. They're pretty cool.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Oh, God, bad pun.
Lord
I'm sorry.
Rosfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Oh.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us.
And the curl's mine.
I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No, let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord.
I can handle a curl just fine. At least I got my big one finally. I expected it to show up along with the rest. Alright, it's not far from here. Should be the right spot. I just got forcefully de-seated. There's the curl.
There it is. With me, Toggle. And another!
Ah, dick.
And another!
Time to lay waste.
Titan!
Come on! Smack, you don't like me punching your kidneys over and over again? Dude, we have unlocked the thing. One stagger on these guys and they are falling like leaves. And another coral whisker. Nice.
All right.
That was easy enough.
Back to Eastpool.
Are you gonna warp me there or am I gonna walk back? I got warped there. This is just the sort of quest line today. They're teleporting me all over the place.
Lord Rosfield, the curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde.
Good.
I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it.
Mm-hmm.
We saved Eastpool.
Come on, man. Give a cheer.
My friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it.
Mm-hmm.
We have to fight to protect what's ours.
To protect Eastpool.
That also means learning how to farm.
We shall. We all shall.
And fix up the place.
Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to. Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't going to rebuild itself.
We needed this. We needed a good, happy ending.
They're not slaves anymore.
Nope.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight.
And I took it one step further.
If he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade.
Thank you.
But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance.
Eh?
I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
Oh, please.
Right. I will.
Fine. I suppose I could make a detour over there.
Lord Rosfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
Mm-hmm.
How could I forget?
That was my combat tutorial mission.
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield.
Give him the salute, Clive.
Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord.
Come on, Clive, seriously, give him the salute.
The rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
That's a little sad. Alright, well, apparently this quest is not over until I go talk to Martha. Alright, time to clean this one up.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Oh dear.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Not your hideaway, but not even hidden away.
Yeah, bonus there.
I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me.
Really?
He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work.
Yeah, that sounds like Sid.
Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled, and then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
Ah.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, to make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed.
Ah.
But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve.
Yeah, look at Sid.
Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved EASTPOOL deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
Nope.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
This was a good one. I like this. This was wholesome. We got to see more of Wade. We got to learn Martha's backstory. And I got her signboard. I'm guessing that means if we get a signboard for an area, we're done with all the quests in that zone. Another set of fallen ruins, and another set of fallen critters. Come on, I already know how this is gonna go. Come here. I'll rabbit punch these little defense nodes into submission first. Can't reach you. Get back here. And there's ball number 2. Clive. Come on, just pick it up. There you go.
2 down, 1 to go.
And there's only one quest in this area from the looks of it, and it's all the way back up here. The under new management. That's concerning. Is there something wrong with the Veil Dame? Isabella? Come on.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his radiance at the head of the Imperial government.
And he's none too fond of courtesans, I'm guessing.
Exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec.
Oh, hell no.
He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
Time to go get Dion.
The populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
Have you tried castration?
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety.
And no Vale.
Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation. Least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man.
Or shish kebabbing him if, strikes my mood.
You try. You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
All right, let's see what I can do.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme?
Not in Oriflamme.
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
I am thinking that these quests are popping up because I did all the other side quests in a region, and these are basically like the wrap-up quests. Which is concerning because it leads me to believe I'm getting dangerously close to the end.
With the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
This is the spot.
Halt. Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke.
I should probably take that badge
I was hoping
off.
I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
This should be good.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt.
Actually, it owes me a province, but we'll get to that.
Repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant.
No.
Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here.
I'm worried about the other people.
Place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
You know, Deanna had something to say about this.
Has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place.
Oof.
With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins.
Boy, he's got some lofty ideals going, doesn't he?
Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government.
Well, here's an idea. Try some democracy.
Authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely.
Hello.
The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, We have discussed this.
Sabine, really?
Yes, and I told you then how putting the Empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
That sounds
And in
familiar.
yours, there will be only beggars.
Sounds like the old emperor.
Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later.
That's the right answer, Clive. That is definitely the right answer.
Revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose.
Clive's like, yeah, I'm not getting involved in this.
On the other side of the wall.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everyone on this side of the wall is thrilled by this plan.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Information.
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him.
Ooh, that's not a good start.
Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Oh yeah, that's a great start. And I imagine the opinions of the other two are not gonna be any better.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager.
Nope.
Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
It's not a bad idea, having her formally take charge. I mean, she's already the unofficial boss of the place. Might as well just make it official. You know, the mayor of Northreach runs a brothel. Brilliant.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, only for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
So now I get to talk to everyone who lives inside the wall.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Wow. Are you gonna make way? And start talking to the soldiers now. Yeah, me.
You're the one who's talking to His Eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round.
Ah, blockhead.
Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
So it seems like safety is definitely the big issue that the people in the town are worried about. Maybe we need to spend some of that trader gil and hire some more sellswords and not use these jerks.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreak is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
That's a big if there, my man. A big if.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
And where is Philippe? I haven't seen him around. Ah, he's over here watching the north gate, I guess. This is where the marker is. Where is he? Philippe! Philippe! Where is he? Usually there's a marker over someone's... Oh, there is that him?
Back.
Yeah, there we are. He was outside.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right.
I mean, the Empire's dead at this point.
I know what I need to do now.
Time to start
Protecting
fresh.
The people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
I think I just started a coup.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least.
Yeah.
I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
I half expected you to have me head back to the barracks and watch the fireworks. All right, Isabel.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
Ah, yes, let's relay everything back. I think Philippe's about to do something stupid.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
Why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us.
This is not how I expected this to go.
You to lead us, milady. I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together.
Yep.
That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy.
The Duke.
Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
He's really got it bad for you, Isabel.
There may be hope for Northreach yet, especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Maybe this one isn't the end of this era, this quest line. Doesn't sound like it. No, no, no. I suspect we'll have to be here at least one more time. Yep. No sign. And no new quest. And I think that's gonna have to do it for today. It's gonna be one of these sets of episodes where I just have to do all the side quests before I can get back to the main story, I guess. So, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Game of Crystals. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.